your slippery item. And we'll just start with shoulder rolls. Opening, adding those elbows, bigger movement, get that whole torso going, widen your stance so you can get a little bend in your knees and a lift and a squeeze and a roll and a lift and a squeeze. One more time, roll, lift, squeeze, and step touch. Just know where your little slippery item is. We're going to add that on in just a second. All right, mosey your way toward that slippery item and put it under your right foot, and then step and slide. Step and slide, not a big deal, just a little slide like a skater. If you want to, you can do that like a real skater would do. All right, and then get both arms if you changed it, because we're going to switch legs in a moment. 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Move your slippery item to the other side. And then get your skating going. You can start with both arms. You can stick with both arms if you want, or you can pretend like you're a real speed skater. Wait, I feel like that's backwards. I don't know. Couple more here. Beautiful. Bring it back to that first leg. You're going to angle, step out with your left and back with your right. And we're just going to reach and come in, reach and come in. Little teeny movement. Pump those arms. Like a little cartoon figure running in place. Also starting to work that booty on that left side and previewing movement to come. 2 and 1. And then again, we'll step out with our right leg. Left leg reaches behind you. Drag it in and out and in, out and in. And relax. Whew, that should have brought your heart rate up a little bit. Roll those shoulders, keep a little march going. Give me a wider stance and give me an alternating knee. Just get a little rotation through that upper back, warming it up too. In a moment, we'll stay on the left side and double time it in 4, 3, 2. Here you go. Just 4 more. Last 2, last 1. Step touch, and that knee lift, alternating up and across your body. And then we'll stay on the right and double time it in 4, 3, 2. Here you go. 4 more. 2 and 1. Wide, wide stance. Hands on your thighs. Extend that spine, shoulders out of your ears. Lift, and then roll into your cat. And open in your cow. Roll into your cat. And open into your cow. One more time. Roll. Extend. Drop your left shoulder in. Look up over your right. Back through center, other way. Back through center. I'm sorry, I never got your mat out. My fault. My fault. All right. Okay, back up through center. All right, little lower body warm up, little preview for what's to come. Some of it will be challenging as we go. Left foot on your slippery item. Right knee bends, left foot forward and back just 4 times. Good. Then you're going to come out, let's say that's 2 o'clock or 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock, whatever, out on that angle for 6. And then you're coming straight to the side for 8. Beautiful. Now you're coming on this odd angle, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock for 10. And then right behind you, bend into that right knee, reach back for 12. Two more. Beautiful. All right, stay in exactly how you are. We're just gonna do the same thing, reverse the timing of it and add arms. So to the front for 12. Ow, my right glute is feeling these. On that angle for 10, arms maybe matched, thumbs up. To the side for 8. And then to your 8 o'clock or 4 o'clock for 6. And then to the back for just 4. Oh, step off. Ow. Right leg up and over. Push those hips to the right. Arm goes to the left. Maybe reaches behind you and then a little ahead and up again and then a little ahead. And let's separate those feet. Bring them in turnout. Bend your knees. Roll through your cat. Inhale through your cow. Stick that booty out. Bend your left knee. Right leg is straight. See if you can bring your arm up and reach through your fingers and your booty, get a stretch there, and then all the way up. And we get to do all of that on the other side. So right foot is on your draggy thing, or to the front. Out on that angle, 6. Out to the side for 8. You can add arms if you want. That 8 o'clock or 4 o'clock for 10. Nice little love angle. And straight back for 12. Oh, baby, we get to do all that again, adding arms, just reversing the course. So 12 in front. Come on back, babe. The mail's not coming. Come on. Your 2 or 10 or 10. Do the side for 8. Don't forget to bend that left knee as much as feels okay for you. And then that odd angle that really gets there for 6. And then finally behind you for just 4. Step off, left leg up and over. Hips go to the left, arm to the right, open it a little bit, close it a little bit, open again, close it, bend those knees, separate those feet, turn out position, right knee bends, left leg straightens, feel that start to give you a stretch there, reach forward to increase it, reach, stretch, and bring it up. Okay, well, Actually, I'm gonna give you a break. I was gonna say no more fun and games, we know what's coming, but we'll take a break first. Not a break, we'll just work the upper body for a minute. So your feet can be on that slippery item, or not. Hands are facing each other, scoot to the front of your chair for dips, shoulders up, back, and down. Try not to let them end up here. Remember, your hips aren't gonna protrude forward, they're gonna stay in this 90-degree angle, right? You just slide off the front of your chair, press up and down. And then if you want, you can start to slide that leg out. If you want to add a little hamstring curl, you can, or you can just slide out and press up and down. And bring it up. Woo! Shake it out, left hand to your left shoulder. Give it a little tug back. See if you can deepen where those fingers are reaching. Hand to the center of your back. Again, slide them further down if you can. And then over to the right. And you'll try and pull your elbow a little further across without curling. And then tap the other shoulder, reach further. Shake that out. Right hand, right shoulder. And then as you pull on that elbow, can you lengthen your fingers down your spine? And then they come to the center of your back. And then over to the opposite side. And again, we're going to try and stretch without curling. Reach the hands further down and then shake that out. All right, that was our break. Haha. Okay. Let's put our left leg on the slippery item. Right leg is forward. The goal is not to drive that right knee too far forward, but to try to drop that right quadricep parallel with the ground, left leg back and straight, and then drag it forward without pressing too much on your chair. Reach back and stand up. Maybe just try a couple fingers. There. Stay back. From here, just try and glide in and in and in. Maybe try and come just to a pinky finger. And bring that up. Woo! Yeeks. All right. Slippery item underneath your right foot. Left knee forward. Again, the goal is to try and get that left quad pretty parallel to the ground. And then drag that right leg in. With a tall spine. Just two more. Hold this one back. You're going to come in and out an inch or so. Try and be gentle on those fingers. And bring that up. Woo! Quick little stretch. So stand on your right leg. Bend that right knee. Step out with your left. Roll those toes up. Stick your booty out. Roll those toes down and back up. and we'll switch it out. Bend the left knee, right toes come up. And back down again. All right, we're gonna come back to how we were just a moment ago. This time we're gonna be working that funky angle. So that's under my left foot. So this is that 8 o'clock-ish position, right knee forward. We lunge out and back and then in. Now you get to play with how much of your foot you keep down, right? If you want, you can turn your right toes out a little bit. That's easier on your knee. Two more. And then this time we slide it out. We come in and out, up and down. And bring that up. Woo, other side. So left toes forward, either straight or you can do them in that little bit of turnout. Right toes on the item. We're reaching out to 4 o'clock and back up. Few more. Reach it out, in and out an inch. And relax. Little stretch. Left ankle over your right thigh. Good girl. Tailbone long. Roll it under. Extend it out. And then step down with your left. Right leg goes across. Roll cat. Inhale cow, tailbone out. And bring that up. All right, turn that chair to face you. And then hopefully it'd be okay, but maybe just put that back and don't put both feet on it yet. So try putting one foot on it if that's okay with you, knowing that's going to be a little less stable. Come up and over, tricep dip. Option, tricep dip, leg in, leg out, tricep, or sorry, not dip, Pilates push up. We're just doing one more here. And then you'll switch legs. And again, we're going to continue that Pilates push up. And then that knee comes in between, sorry, where am I? Last one. Wide stance, press it back, bend your knees, left arm goes across, resting in the chair, right arm swings, lift it up, and bring it down. Right arm across, left arm swings, and lift it up. And then bring your hands to the back of the chair, roll back, and then come forward and walk your way up, extending that spine. Big deep breath in. Exhale, gently bring that down. All right, so you're going to use your folded up mat. You do want to have that little bit of extra cushioning as we go into our plank hike lovely series. So as you come down, you're going to find both elbows on that mat and both feet on your slippery item. Find your plank. You are welcome to stay here or look down at your feet, pull your belly button in, lift your hips, drop your head, try and get your head between your shoulders. Pike and plank. Don't have to add the pike if you don't want. Last time, one more pike if you're doing it, one more plank, bring it down. Use that use that cushion to lie down for a quick stretch for your back, knees into your chest. And then you can keep that cushioning, maybe unfold it just enough so that your upper half of your body can be on it. And then right heel is on it. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, hands hover. Option 1, a simple hamstring drag with that right leg. We'll do full set here before we move to the other leg. Beautiful. Drop it down, slide it over, left heel on it. Remember, it's not your whole foot. Your foot is at that 90-degree angle pointed up in the air. Press into your right foot to lift, hands hover, in and out you go, hamstring. And relax. All right, so your next option is going to be both legs, which is difficult. Therefore, you have the option to do half and half, half right leg, half left leg. We're just going to do 10, so you would do 5 on each foot. You can try both and see if that works, and if not, you're going to switch it over. Glue your knees together for me. Keep your hips lifted. That should be 5. And relax. Woo, let those knees pivot open and stretch out. Keep your left leg on the ground. Hug your right knee in very gently. Just give it a moment. And then pull that leg in, getting that rib and thigh close together. Maybe rotate at the ankle. And if you want, press that toe toward the ceiling, or that heel toward the ceiling, pull the toes back as you push the leg down. And then right leg out. Take a moment. Left knee comes in very gently. Don't pull it in too much at first. And then as that leg feels as if it loosens up, you bring the rib and thigh together. You can rotate at that ankle. And you can stay there, or you can pull those toes back and flex the heel up. And let that go. All right, you're rolling over onto your side facing me. And this is going to be our side plank pike, much smaller pike. You still want to have extra cushioning under your forearm. And you definitely want to do top leg in front of the bottom one, a little crisscross. And then line yourself up, shoulder up, back and down. If you feel this too much in your shoulder, you're going to eliminate that pike. Otherwise, side plank. And then if you want, it's a little glide of the hips up and down. Again, you don't want to feel this too much in your shoulder. Feet come towards you. It's not just a hip lift. It occurs because your feet are moving. And bring that down. Yeeks. Nutmeg, it's so hard. It's so difficult. Come back. All right, switching sides. Same thing, cushioning for your forearm. Bottom leg goes on first. Leave space for your top leg to come in front, but both are on the cushiony, slippery item. Foot, shoulder back. Lift up elbow, engage those lats, side plank. You're welcome to stay there, or you pike, you lift the hips because you glide your feet in. And relax. Woo! All right. Unfold your mat again about halfway, just so it's going to be underneath your torso mostly. And then bring yourself down with your head just off the front or at the front. Hands on your slippery item. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull your belly button in, tuck your pubic bone into the ground. Press your toenails down, lift your kneecaps, and then press those hands onto your slippery item. Forehead in line with the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale, slide your shoulders back and inhale forward. Slide back, inhale forward. So my torso is lifted a couple inches off the ground, just the head and shoulders. This just shoulder retraction. I'm not bending and straightening my arms. They stay straight, just working the shoulders. 2 more. Relax for a moment. And then lift back up. Very brief moment, wasn't it? Glide your shoulder blades back, lift up, hold here, inhale, exhale down, deep breath in, exhale, press, glide back, hold on the inhale, glide forward, exhaling down, inhale, prepare, exhale, press, glide. So you're lifting a little higher on this one, bringing it a little bit into your low back. And relax. All right, leave that out front. Make your way onto all fours for me, please. Round through your cat. Inhale through your cow. From that cow position, pull those abs in and those ribs so you find a nice neutral spine, and bring that slippery item underneath your right hand. Tuck your left toes, push back, get a little stretch in the calf, and then come forward till those toes lift off the ground. And then you're going to glide that right arm forward and back, not coming up and down like that, but just gliding forward and back initially. We'll add that in a second. And then when you're ready, you add bending that left arm. So you're going to get like a sort of a single leg press up, single arm, tricep press, tricep push up. There we go. What are our words? Don't have to add that. 2 more. Last one, hold that right arm out, bend that left elbow, holding isometric contraction for 3, 2, and 1. Woo, bring that up. Slippery item under your left hand, neutral spine, right leg extends, left arm is just going to roll forward, back. That's just polishing your floor. You're welcome to stay there, or you can add the bend of that right elbow. And reach, hold, bent right arm, left arm out, holding for 3, 2, 1. Woo, bring that back. Sit on that little elevated platform you have. As a matter of fact, let's give it a little extra. So roll it on up and sit on top of that. Notice which leg you crossed in front. Mine is my right. So I'm going to put my right arm out front, and my left arm is going on top of it. I'm going to bend both elbows, hold the hands, and I'm going to lift my elbows and stretch them forward. I'm going to lift them and stretch them, lift them and stretch them. I'm going to stretch them all the way up till I start feeling maybe a little bit of tricep. And then I'm going to drop my hands. Untangle. Uncross your legs, put your other leg in front. Whichever one is in front, that arm goes below. Crisscross. Elbows away, arms away, lift. And you lift to your height, and then you drop your hands. Untangle and relax. I kind of felt like see no evil there. Well, maybe hear no evil too. Okay, all right. We could, but no, it's enough. Sorry, you're welcome. You have no idea what was in my brain. Let's unfold that mat all the way. And hopefully by this time we're okay to come on lying down position. Be a little item with you. All right. Let's just bring our fingers to the sky and press the shoulders down, lift and press, lift and press, lift and press. One more time, lift and press. Nod your head, yes. Lengthen out the back of the neck and press the head and the shoulders into the ground. Then widen those arms, bend the elbows, stick up position. Now press the elbows, the shoulders, and the head into the ground. Deep breath in, sink your belly button down, pelvic tilt. And you're going to bring your right knee in and your left knee in, keeping that low back securely on the ground. So we're not here in neutral like we usually are. We're in this tucked position because we're going to try and keep that upper body how it is as we go into toe touch. Option to flex through the heel. Option to make it two-legged toe touch. Remember, we're trying to keep contact with everything that started there. So that's why it might be your range of motion may be a little smaller. You can flex through the heel. You can pivot the knees open, toes apart. You can go to straight legs, single or double. Is your head still pressing? Did your chin lift up? Is your neck still extended, chin tucked? Elbows pressing, shoulders pressing. Low back still firmly on the ground. And then take a moment, hug those knees in, and take a little rock side to side. And then feet on the ground, arms reach overhead, toes reach the opposite way. Let those ribs lift up on this one. And then fingertips come to your rib cage. Exhale, press them down. Gently pressing those ribs down. Give me a pelvic tilt. So you tuck, and once again, pressing that low back into the ground. Fingertips to the edges of your skull. Inhale, lift your head up without bringing your elbows to your peripheral vision. On the exhale, reach as if you were going to come up a little higher. Then on the next inhale, arms come back up. On the exhale, they go out to the side. On the inhale, they come back to your ears, skull. Exhale down. Inhale, come right back up again. Exhale, reach. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, out. Inhale, back to your ears, skull. Exhale, down. One more time like that. Remember, you're tucking, pressing through the heels. Lift it up. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale, arms overhead, out to the side on the exhale. Inhale, sit tall. Well, be tall. Exhale, down. Adding on if you want. Exhale, lift. On the inhale, help yourself up with kicking those legs out. Inhale, tall. Exhale, bow forward, extend your spine. Inhale, right back up again. Exhale, as you come down, you're going to tuck and round. You don't want your elbows here. You don't want your feet flying off the ground. As soon as you hit bottom, you inhale. You come right back up again. You help yourself through the tough spot. You inhale tall. You exhale to bow. You inhale tall, fingers back to where they were. You exhale, make your way down with control. Inhale up. Exhale, help, or stick with the original, that's fine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, fingers. Exhale, roll it down. You have one more of whichever one you've chosen to do. Inhale, reach, stay down if you want. Inhale, lift, up. Exhale, back to starting position, and exhale, roll it down. Bend your knees if you need to. Woo! And knees into your chest, because that's a tough one. Neck pull, but we're not pulling on our neck. No way, no how. All right. And then we're going to stretch the left leg out on the ground. We're going to grab the back of the right leg and put it in tabletop. So not way in here, just out to tabletop. And we're going to use that to help ourselves come up. And if you I'd like you to try to get both shoulders off the ground. If you can, let go, hold here for a moment, grab hold, exhale down, deep breath in, exhale, lift, inhale, reach your arms past, exhale, help yourself down. Option 2, no hands, exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale down without using the thigh, but if you need to, feel free. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach, and exhale down. Next option, foot is on the ground, so it's further away. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale down, holding the thigh or without. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale down. And final option, no hands, all the way up. Exhale, lift, inhale, sit tall, exhale, roll back. So it's kind of a half a roll down. Whichever you're choosing, I want you to do 3 more, please. And then relax, bend both knees, stretch the right leg out on the ground. Left knee is going to come to tabletop, not way in here, but out here. Use it to help yourself come both shoulders off the ground. Inhale, reach, hold here for a moment. Exhale, help yourself down. Deep breath in. Exhale, help yourself up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, help yourself down. Try it without your hands if you want. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Next option, foot on the ground, so it's further away. Lift yourself up, reach, exhale down, inhale, exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale down, and full expression all the way up. Inhale at the top, all the way down. You have 4 more of whatever you're doing. And when you finish that 4th one, hopefully you're on maybe number 3, you're just going to hug both knees into your chest. Big little rock side to side. Keep the knees hugged in, arms into a T, let them drop to the left. And then right leg comes up, left leg follows. Hug them both in and let them drop to the right. And back up through center, left foot on the ground, right knee into your chest. Give it a nice tug, maybe give some circles with that hip and go the other way. Keep that hugged in, flex through that heel, grab those right toes, get movement through that ankle and that foot, pointing, flexing, rotating, and then press, straighten out that leg, point, flex. Back to center, grab your hamstring, flex through that right heel. Let's see if we can stretch the left leg out on the ground, press through that heel, push the hamstring of the right leg against the hands, pressing, and then release that press. Arms into a T, big circle, both ways, and leg down. Bend both knees again, left knee into your chest, we'll even up here. Draw a couple circles each direction. And then knee comes to your armpit, reach down, pull your toes back, flex through that heel, movement through the ankle and the foot. And then we'll straighten out that leg, flex through the heel, straighten the right leg out, press through that heel, push hamstring into hand, resist, and release. A big circle in one direction and the other. And down you go. Both knees bend, right ankle crosses over the left thigh, press it open. Reach for your hamstring or your left shin for deeper stretch. Shoulders and head on the ground. And then pull that right knee all the way across. Let the knees drop to the left. Nice twist here. And back through center, uncrossing. Left ankle crosses the right thigh, press it open. Thread your needle for your hamstring or for your shin. Knees across, up and over, and twist if you want. Baby, what? Back through center. Or roll into your right side, whichever way you want to get to your hands and knees, please. And we'll undulate forward back, cow-cat. And hands right underneath, tuck your toes, cover your knees, press up, pedal out, wide stance, bend your knees, hands on your thighs, cat, and cow. Big deep breath in, and curtsy. Thank you.